Part 2 of my most used blank makeup of 2025. If you guys watched my last video, I did a full face of my most used drugstore makeup from 2025. And today we're doing my most used high-end makeup of 2025. So I hope you guys enjoyed. I'm sipping on some tea because it's pretty late in the evening. It is almost 5:30 and I have learned my lesson to not drink caffeine past like 5 o'clock because then I cannot sleep. So I'm sipping on some tea. Grab your cafecito or grab your teacito. That was horrible. Grab your tea, grab your cafecito, and let's do a full face of my most used high-end makeup of 2025. Let's get into it. If you guys are wondering what I'm drinking, I'm actually sipping on a tea that is called piña lim. If you're Hispanic, you know what this is. It is a detox tea, okay? She completely detoxes you. So if you're looking for something to cleanse your body, she is it, because I've been eating a lot of junk food lately and I just, honey, I am not 20 years old anymore, okay? My body is like screaming at me, telling me that we need to slow down. And I feel like I haven't, TMI, I feel like I haven't gone to the bathroom and I don't even remember when was the last time. So I'm like, okay, it is time to do a little detox, step back on the fast food, the just junk food in general. And I need to start eating a little cleaner, okay? I still love me a little bit of fast food every now and then, but this week was just like back to back. I don't know what was wrong with us. I blame my husband, okay? We're both big foodies, and whenever we don't want to cook, he's like, let's go get something to eat. I'm like, let's go do it. We're both just big foodie people, and that's like our love language with each other. It's just like going out, trying new places, or just going out and eating. And it's not always the best choices that we make when it comes to food. So definitely need to slow down because I have an upcoming trip to Cancun. I'm so excited. I'm going with one of my really good friends, Anna, and her daughter and my daughter. So it's a girls trip only. I'm so excited. Anyways, for my primer, I use the Huda Beauty Easy Blur Primer. She was my most used high-end primer because she's really blurring. If you saw the drugstore version of this, I used the Milani. That one is a pretty close dupe. I would say that this is more blurring than that one, but that one is just equally as good. I definitely need to pick me up a new one. This one is just my favorite. For my foundation though, that was hard because I feel like I used a few, but towards like the end of 2025, I started picking it up more. The Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk Foundation in the shade 6.5. Great foundation. It is super, super lightweight if you are wanting something for every day. You don't want anything heavy. You want your skin to look luminous and beautiful, but not cakey or thick. She is it. She covers just enough. And honestly, if you need more coverage from a foundation like this, you can always conceal. And obviously, up next, I will show you my go-to concealer, which I'm curious to see if you guys can guess. I want you to guess right now. Pause the video and write down in the comment section, guess, and then put the concealer name that you think I use the most in 2025. Let's see who gets it right. If you guessed the Estee Lauder concealer, then you were right. This is the Double Wear Stay in Place concealer. Oh my gosh, this stuff is like concrete. I'm not even gonna lie, it can be a little much if you do too much, but if you do just enough, she is perfection. She is full coverage and she's not going anywhere. So if you need something to stay in place all day, this is the one. I can't find my House Labs concealer brush, so I'm just gonna use this one from Miss Elf or Mr. Elf. I don't know. Is it a he or a she? This covers everything, honey. I feel like I don't need to color correct. And plus, I don't have a color corrector that I loved in 2025 just because the Catrice has worked wonders for me. Like, there's no need for me to go spend $30 on a corrector that is going to do the same thing as my $5 Catrice. Like, I'm sorry, okay? I have been curious about the Huda concealers, like the correctors, but they're like 30 something dollars, and I don't know that I'm that interested, if you know what I mean. Let me know. I think I'm gonna do a full face of Huda Beauty soon. I just need her to come out with new foundation. Oh wait, no, she does have a new foundation, duh. I was thinking she had the old faux filter foundation. Do you guys remember that? That one's the old one. The new one is the Easy Blur. Okay, yeah, I think we are gonna do a full face of Huda Beauty soon. I forget that this concealer, you can't just like leave it and go on about your day. She needs to be blended right away, but she still blends out nice. For my cream bronzer, this was the only one that I could think of that I used a lot. I'm almost out. The Rare Beauty Always Sunny cream bronzer. I want to order me some new cream bronzers from Sephora or ¿cómo se llama? Ulta, like high-end bronzers. So send me your suggestions because I am placing an order soon and I want to try new ones. I don't try a lot of high-end makeup just because my channel is geared more towards like drugstore makeup, but I want to expand. With that said, I do also need y'all suggestions on what videos you guys want to see from me. I don't know. I have a new mentality. I feel like now I'm a little more open to different content, even if it doesn't perform well. Like I was so stuck on like the type of content doing well or not, but I really don't care. I really do not care if it performs well or not. I just need to film whatever I want, and I definitely want to film more like lifestyle content. So maybe like cleaning, house refresh, resets, things like that. Because girl, I'm constantly cleaning my home. I might as well show you guys how I clean and organize, decorate, all that stuff. So yeah, if you guys are interested, for sure, let me know. So with that bronzer laid down, my most used blush was Joy from Rare Beauty. I'm gonna do one little swipe because these are very, very pigmented. Let me know what your favorite blush from Rare Beauty is because I think I'm also overdue for picking up a few blushes from her. I only have, actually I do have a few of hers. I just don't reach for them as much. But how beautiful is this one? This one during the summer, oh, I could not put it down because it was just so pretty. It's a perfect coral blush shade. Perfection, literally perfection. The one and only setting powder is the One Size, okay? I use that so much. Pretty much every single time I do my makeup, I always reach for my One Size. I also have it in my makeup kit because it is such a blurring, smoothless, weightless powder, and it's super flashback friendly. So if you're looking for something like that and you still haven't tried it, girl, first of all, shame on you. Just kidding. But I love it and I don't think I could ever give it up. And then to set the rest of my face, I love this one from One Size. I go through phases where I don't set the rest of my face, and then I go through phases where I do set the rest of my face, and this is a powder that I definitely started using again. I would say this was more towards the end of 2025, but definitely still a powder that whenever I want to set my skin, like this is it. So if you guys know a dupe for this, let me know because I do want to buy me another one, but I don't know that I want to spend all that money on this if I can find something more affordable. I was thinking maybe the L'Oreal, you know the one that went viral a few years ago? That was like a powder foundation. I'm thinking that might be a dupe for this one. So let me know if you guys have tried that powder foundation and if it compares to this one. On top of that, my favorite blush was the MAC Grand Glow Play Blush. If you want a really pretty, natural, glowy look to your cheeks, then this is definitely it. Because I already have something on underneath, I'm not going to use too much, but this just gives you that pretty pinched cheek look, and it is glowy, and it has that nicest like bouncy texture. I love this blush. And for my bronzer, the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Bronzer in shade number 3. It took me forever to discover that Charlotte Tilbury does a lot of amazing things, and the bronzer is one of them. I have yet to try her cream bronzer, so maybe that's what I will pick up next. But this one is so good. It is pigmented. The color is just perfect. The way it blends. It's massive. It is on the pricier side, but it's massive, so it will last me a while. And I just really enjoy the undertones of this bronzer, so let me know other Charlotte Tilbury recommendations, because I'm telling you guys, I'm going to be ordering me some high-end makeup soon so we can try out new products. Let me know your favorites. If there is one, like, I don't know what you call this little serum spray that I can recommend. Unless you're super like sensitive, maybe skip out on this. It used to break me out, but when I started using it again, it hasn't broken me out since. So I don't know what the deal was with that. I remember it breaking me out really bad once, but anyways, the D'Alba First Spray Serum. This is a hydrating and radiant skin serum. Oh my gosh. I love to use this in between. So this is not my setting spray. Right now my skin just feels really matte, really like dried. I need just all the powders to melt together. So I'm going to spray myself with this and then just let it dry. This was one of those TikToks made me buy it. Like, oh my gosh. If you want a highlight that just look at that. It is such a pretty silky highlighter. Love this. The Stila Heaven's Hue highlighter in the shade Kitten. It is more of a pink highlight, which is not my entirely favorite color of highlight. Like, I wouldn't choose this. I want something a little more champagne, a little golden, but they only have 2 shades, and I think the other one is a little too dark. So I picked this one up, but it is so pretty, and once it melts into the skin, oh my gosh, it just looks like your skin is glowing from within. Such a lightweight highlighter. I am obsessed with it, and I will pretty much continue to use it every day. I mean, I do use it every day now, so yeah. Added some lashes. These are the same lashes I was using in my last video. These have just been my go-to with a wing liner. If you guys want to refer back to my drugstore video, then you can see what I'm talking about. What else? Setting spray, lip products. Again, don't have a specific lip combo, but I'll show you guys what I'm going to wear. My favorite high-end setting spray that I'm almost out of, the Airbrush Flawless Setting Spray, the matte one from Charlotte Tilbury. Ooh. If you want something to truly keep your makeup in place, this is it. This is going to keep your makeup super matte. Do you guys see how this highlight just looks so pretty on the skin? Like, it just blends and melts into the skin and looks so stunning. Genuinely love that the most. I'm gonna use Cork again from MAC. And then I'm gonna use MAC Teddy 2.0. I love this. This is the Powder Kiss lipstick like finish, and it is stunning. There is my lippy. I don't think I'm going to add a gloss. I'm just going to leave it as is. So this is it, you guys. This is a full face of my most used high-end makeup of 2025. I love the skin. Like, honestly, if you're just wanting to splurge on a foundation, use the Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk. It's just, she's that girl. She really is. I don't even know where she went. She's that girl. She will forever be that girl. My skin, there's like nothing like this that I have in my collection that makes my skin look so airbrushed and flawless and like, mm, I love this foundation. I love this foundation. I love the blush. I love everything. I mean, but do you guys see the difference? Like, does this look like high-end makeup? It doesn't, right? It's all about techniques, how you apply your makeup. You can be wearing thousands of dollars worth of makeup, but if your application and your technique is not good, your makeup's not gonna look the same. Your makeup's not gonna look good. So don't worry about spending hundreds of dollars on makeup. Just practice on your makeup skills, and I promise you, you can wear a dollar eyeshadow and make it look like a $48 eyeshadow. Okay, so with that said, thank you so much for joining me today. Again, let me know in the comment section down below what videos you want to see for the rest of the month. I know spring is coming up. I know Valentine's Day is coming up, so I definitely have tons of Valentine's Day content planned. I love you guys. Stay safe, and I'll see you all in my next video.